everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm just going to be hanging out with you guys. I didn't do my makeup or anything. It has been a really crazy week for school, so I'm honestly exhausted and I just wanted to get this video out for you guys. So I had something posted Monday, Wednesday, Friday of this week, but I didn't really need to do my makeup for this video because it is a makeup haul. And yeah, so I haven't really done a big haul in quite some time. I've just been saving up my money, trying to think about what I really want and need in my collection. And it's taken me a little bit of time to really think about what my collection is missing in terms of what would be best suited for my channel for you guys to see different makeup looks. And I'm also trying to branch out and really dive into other brands because sometimes I feel like I can get into a rut with the brands that I use, which I use them because I love them and they're such good brands, but at the same time, there's so many incredible brands out there and I want to make sure that I am trying all of them for you guys and for myself, let's be honest. But yeah, so today's makeup haul is going to include Sephora and Colourpop and Ulta. So I have a little something from each one. And if you're interested to see what I got, then just keep watching. Okay, so I figured I would just start off with Colourpop because, I don't know, it was the box that was on top. So I just have to say really quickly how cute Colourpop's lining for their boxes are. Every single time I get a box from Colourpop, it just always has something super cute, and they also go out of their way to write you a little card, which I think is really sweet and nice. It just adds a little bit of a touch to the package that you receive. So I decided to try a couple of different things. I'll go with some of the products that I already have in terms of like the actual product, but not the name of the product. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but basically I have an Ultra Satin Lip. So I do have a ton of Colourpop lippies, from Lippie Sticks, Ultra Satin, Ultra Gloss, Ultra Metallic, like pretty much I have one of at least everything. So this one is in the shade Magic Wand, and I really like their Ultra Satin Lip formula. I just feel like it's a little more comfortable to wear than their Ultra Matte, and to me, sometimes they come across a little more opaque, and overall, they're just a little more comfortable to wear. So this is the shade right here. I've really been wanting to find that perfect nude shade, that perfect everyday that you could wear by yourself or with a gloss over top. Again, this one is Magic Wand, but I literally probably spent an hour going through all of their lips, trying to find one that I felt like really matched the nude shade that I was looking for. So this one right here has a little bit of a peach undertone, a tiny little bit of a gray reflection if you look at it the right way, and it's that peachy pink undertone to it. So I just really love this color. I think it's gonna look really good on my olive skin tone, just by the swatch on the back of my hands. So I'm pretty excited about that one. And then the deal that Colourpop had going on, they typically always have like $5 off, and a ton of people had the coupon codes and stuff like that. But this one, they were giving away a free like micro lippy, and this is, I think, a matte one. So I really enjoyed that. This one is in the shade Thistle. So it kind of reminds me of Fiesta's sister in a way. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the shade Fiesta from Colourpop, but it is definitely a really nice coral shade, and this one is definitely a sister to that, but it has a little bit more pink to it. It's not quite as a true coral like Fiesta is. My dog's barking, probably at the neighbor. But this one, it looks absolutely gorgeous, and I got it for free, so hey! Okay, so I zoomed you guys in just a tad because felt like I was too far away and it was like inconvenient to keep moving forward and backwards for the swatches. But next up, I have some different pressed eyeshadows from Colourpop, which I'm super excited because I really love their like aqua eyeshadows. I don't know if you guys know, but their potted eyeshadows that they have that come into the little pots have like a water-based formula, and so whenever you dip into it, you can really feel the moisture in those eyeshadows. And I know some people have mixed feelings about them, but I absolutely love them. And then I heard that a majority of people who loved the other eyeshadows loved the pressed shadows even more, and those who didn't like the other eyeshadows really like the pressed eyeshadows. So I was like, you know what, I need to get some. And anytime you buy four of their single pressed eyeshadows, you get a little Colourpop kind of Z palette in a way. Whenever you open it up, it has 4 spots right here, and you can easily take out the different eyeshadows, which I think is a really nice touch because, to be honest, Z palettes are really expensive. So it's nice whenever they give you a little bit of a bonus like that. So all of the eyeshadows that I got kind of run in the purple and the pink family. They are kind of warm, neutral, and cool tones. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pop some open. The first one I have is in the shade Say I Do, and this one is a really pretty neutral toned pink. I've been really into pink tones lately. I just think that they complement all eye looks really, really well. So this is what the eyeshadow looks like. It's really, really pretty. Sorry, I got like lipstick all over my hand now. So I'm gonna do a little swatch. Oh my gosh, that feels so buttery, you guys. Eee, I'm so excited. All right, let's see what, yes, come through pigment. Holy shit. So that is what the shade looks like. Look at that pigment, you guys. That is so amazing. Oh my gosh, for such a light color, that pigment is really, really coming through. It feels super buttery with the texture. Ooh, I'm so excited, you guys. All right, so the next eyeshadow I have is in the shade Soft Core, and I would say this one is a little bit more warm, whereas the last one was a little bit more of a neutral tone, and it's also a little bit darker as well. So this is what it looks like. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to play with these. Oh, no! Oh my God, I hope I didn't break it. Oh, it's safe. It's safe, you guys. That, like, really honestly almost broke my heart. But this one is super buttery too, which I know getting into the pinks and the reds, I've heard from several different makeup artists who are creating their own lines, it's really hard to get a smooth texture whenever you're working with reds in particular. So this is the shade right here. Again, it's super pigmented, literally one swipe on the back of my hand. That is such an amazing color, you guys. Oh, I'm so excited that these are coming through for me. So the next one is in the shade Poodle, which I just love the name of that. I think it's so freaking cute. And this one definitely reminds me more of like a darker baby doll pink. So it's definitely more cool tone. And it just reminds me of something that Barbie would wear. So this is Poodle. It just looks so pretty, you guys. And I feel like if you know how to work it, then you could use pink shadows in the winter time as well. I know that it's kind of a summertime trend right now, but I feel like you could rock it any single time of the year. So this is what the color looks like. Again, very pigmented, very creamy and buttery. The pigment is coming through really, really well on these shadows, you guys. I'm super excited that I decided to go with my gut and get these eyeshadows. Now the next one I have is called Labyrinth, and this one is pink, but it has a little bit of a brown gray undertone to it. It looks like a really unique color, and I feel like this would be a really awesome addition to, what are you? Say I Do. So if I can show you guys, let me see. This one is Say I Do, and then this one is Labyrinth. I feel like these two together would go really, really nicely. But I'm gonna swatch this, of course, for you guys. Oh my gosh, this one's so pretty too. Okay, so this is Labyrinth right here. Again, it goes really well with this whole pink family. Again, it's still very pigmented. I have like hair right there on the side of my hand, so it's gonna look a little more patchy, but it's just as pigmented and it feels really, really nice. Okay, so the last eyeshadow I have is called 143. And you guys know how much I love my purples. I am obsessed with purple. It's my favorite color of all time. And so I feel like I had to dive in and try purple. This one is really vibrant and bright. This is what it looks like. It kind of reminds me of a Barney purple, which, hey now, I was like a huge Barney fan. Like I had the Barney backpack, the Barney socks, the Barney pillowcase probably. Like I was obsessed with Barney back in the day. Oh my gosh, but this is just as buttery and pigmented. Look at that. Just like a couple of swirls around. Oh, I'm so happy that this is coming through, y'all. This is making me so happy. Look at that swatch. That is insane. Are you kidding me? Oh my God, I'm so excited. I can't wait to play with these this weekend. You know your girl's gonna do some tutorials like real quick with these eyeshadows because they're so good. So that is 143. So good, I think, right? Let me just make sure. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So the last thing that I got is a blush highlight duo, and I'm so excited to swatch this, you guys. So when I got my package the other day, I showed everyone on my Snapchat, which if you guys don't know, it is Brianna Mae, M-A-E, and I always have all of my social media stuff listed down below, but I decided I was going to do a little reveal of what I got in my package, but I didn't do any swatches, and it was so painful not to do any swatches, especially of this highlighter that I'm going to show you guys because it looks absolutely gorgeous. But I got the shade Done Deal for the duo, and I just think that the packaging on this is so chic. Like it has the Colourpop here, and then it also has the Colourpop imprint kind of faded into the background. I just think it looks so nice and chic. And this, oh my God, this is what it looks like, you guys. It's so freaking beautiful. Like how gorgeous is that? This is literally the perfect baby doll blush, and this highlight. Okay, I'm just gonna swatch it. I'm gonna swatch the blush first, so we'll see. Okay, that feels really nice. The pigment on that is really, really good as well. Okay, one swipe. That's nice, you guys. So it feels kind of like a washed out muted baby doll pink. It's really, really pretty. I feel like it's gonna give a beautiful flush to the cheeks. It's not too pigmented. Sometimes whenever a blush is so pigmented that it's hard to work with, especially if you're new to the makeup game and you like dip your brush in even very lightly and you apply it, like it just ends up making you look like a clown. I feel like that's a little too pigmented for a blush in my opinion, but this feels really, really good. Moment of truth. Oh my God. It feels really good. That is the finger swatch right here. So very, very pigmented. Oh, all right, I'm gonna show you guys. Yes. Look at that reflection of the light. Oh my God, that is so freaking gorgeous. I can't. I'm gonna blend it out some. That is so pretty, y'all. Oh, and I bet it's gonna be even better if you were to use like Pixie Glow Mist or something like that to just wet your brush a little bit. I feel like that's gonna make it even better. So that concludes my Colourpop portion of the haul. And I have to say, based on just the swatches alone, I'm super, super impressed by the pressed eyeshadows. Again, it's hard to really give my true first impression until I blend them out on my eyes, but I'm going to be utilizing them this weekend for my makeup look. So just stay tuned, subscribe to my channel if you are curious to see how they blend out on the eyes. But I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited about this. Like, oh, I'm so pumped. And I feel like I have finally found my perfect shade of nude in the Ultra Lip. So we'll see. I'm excited. But now I'm going to go ahead and jump into the Ulta delivery portion. So like I mentioned at the beginning of my video, I really wanted to branch out and try some different products from some different brands, things that I don't typically go for. But one brand I will say that I have been wanting to try for a while, every single time I go into Ulta, I look at it, is Fiona Styles. And I did some background on this brand because I didn't really see it on Logical Harmony's website for cruelty-free, but I did a ton of digging and multiple beauty gurus and makeup artists reached out to Fiona Styles brand and asked them all of the top questions for being cruelty-free. And it listed all of the answers as well. And so my biggest thing is, like, even if your brand is cruelty-free, like 100% cruelty-free, do you sell in China? Because I feel like a lot of brands leave that portion out. And so, but I know that Fiona Styles is not sold in China. So yeah, I was really, really excited to see that because I have been wanting to try this brand for a long time. And I actually got this brand whenever Ulta was having its ultimate sale for Fiona Styles. Like, the foundation was like $5 when normally I think it's like about $28 to $30 or something like that. Their blushes are in the $20 range and I got it for like $4.50. So yeah, I'm really, really excited. The first thing that I have is the Soft Cheek Veil, which is basically their blush. And this one is in the shade Imperial. So just to show y'all the packaging, this is what the packaging looks like. It has more of that like mirrored reflection and it is a plum color. Actually, I'd say it's more like a royal purple color. And then on the inside, it has the little mirror right here and then it has the blush. So this is what the color looks like. I wanted to get a blush that I don't have in terms of the type of color, and I felt like my collection definitely didn't have anything like this. This reminds me a lot of like a brick red, kind of like deep brownish, almost bronzy shade. And I don't know, this spoke to me. And whenever a product speaks to me, I'm drawn to it and I feel like I have to purchase it. So I am excited to see how it swatches. Okay, so it seems to pick up pretty well. The consistency feels a little hard, which isn't necessarily a bad thing for blush. Like I said, I don't want it to be too pigmented. So if I kind of like dipped into the product for a blush, I don't necessarily like that for just my preferences, but it does swatch really well. So this is what the color looks like with a finger swatch on the back of my hand. Again, I think it's a really unique blush color. I haven't seen anything like this before. I don't have anything like this in my collection, but I feel like it's going to go super well with my warm tone looks, my really, really bronzy looks whenever I just want to add a little bit more bronze, but with that kind of like reddish undertone to the apples of my cheeks. So I'm really excited. And also the packaging is really heavy, which I appreciate whenever I am purchasing a more like medium to high-end brand. I really want them to do a good job of their packaging, and this one definitely feels nice and heavy. So the second thing that I got from Fiona Styles is the Ultimate Lash Icon Volumizing Mascara. Y'all know how I feel about my mascaras. This one, that's weird. So sorry, I just got distracted because the top of it says Worth in burgundy. So I don't know what that means. I hope it's not a burgundy color, but we'll see. Anyways, I love mascaras because I mentioned this in one of my more recent videos. but I just feel like false eyelashes are not really my thing, and it's taken me a little while to kind of come into my own with that and really just accept the fact that not everyone has to wear false eyelashes. And I think that Kathleen Lights really helped me get to that point, because she does so many amazingly beautiful, dramatic eye looks, and a lot of the time she does not wear false eyelashes, and that's just her style, and I feel like that fits more my style too. So with that being said, I definitely do love and appreciate a really great mascara, and I saw that the ratings on this one were pretty great. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's kind of like big and hefty, which I think is interesting for a mascara, because typically I feel like a lot of brands will kind of cheap out on the packaging for mascaras. Like I know that Dior's mascara tube just feels like the cheapest freaking thing to me in the entire world. Like I see it all the time at Sephora, and it just, I'm like, how can you spend that much money on something like that? Or like the YSL mascaras, I feel like it's just, I don't know, like you could be a little more luxurious if you're going to cost that much money. So this one seems pretty cool to me. It comes in like a square packaging, and I am excited and a little bit nervous. Holy shit. Okay. Well, it is burgundy. I did not realize that I ordered a burgundy thing. I'm curious. I'm just gonna like kind of swatch it. Okay, so when they say burgundy, it kind of, I don't know if you guys can see this. So this is what it looks like. It's definitely really dark, but it has more of like a really rich wine color to it, almost like a black wine, or like if you guys know Cabernet or a Merlot or anything like that. That's what it reminds me of, but that's interesting. I'm curious to see how this is going to pull. I feel like it could go really well, and it could just add a little bit of a different look to the lashes, or it could go really badly. So I'm hoping for the first one, but it has that really nice natural bristle, which I really appreciate. I hate the rubbery bristles on a brush. I just feel like it doesn't do what I want it to do. But I'm going to try out pretty much all of these products this weekend. So again, I'll just keep you guys posted on how this turns out. I'm really interested, but I heard that the reviews are amazing. I just did not know that I got it in the shade Worth, which is apparently a burgundy color. So another thing that I got from Ulta is an E.L.F. product, and some of the things from E.L.F. I feel like are really, really good, and then other things are really, really bad. So for example, a long time ago, I bought the E.L.F. Baked eyeshadow palette, and literally they were rock hard. I couldn't even like scrape with my nail the eyeshadow off, so I obviously returned that. But then other things like their blush quads are to die for. Like the pigmentation is out of this world. They're blendable, they're amazing, they're like $4 or $5. It's so good. Yeah, so I decided that I was going to try their HD lifting concealer. I did get the shade Fair because I heard that it kind of oxidizes just a little bit, and we are about to kind of transition into the fall months in a couple of months, so I just decided to go with this one, and it seems pretty creamy. This is what the tube looks like right here. So it does come in a smaller tube, but again, this was like $2, $3, something like that, and it is 0.22 fluid ounces. So this is what the swatch of it looks like. It definitely comes across as very opaque. I'm gonna try to blend it out just a little bit to see if it stays opaque, and it definitely does. So that is me kind of blending it out just a little bit, and it still stays pretty opaque. So I'm curious to see how this is going to work. I read the reviews, they said that they were amazing. So yeah, I'm excited because I'm trying to branch out, like I said, and concealer is definitely one of those things that I love because I gotta cover up those dark circles from grad school. Y'all already know. But yeah, so that turned out pretty well. I'm excited. We'll see how it goes this weekend. And then I got something from Pure Cosmétiques, which is really exciting for me because I've been wanting to try them for a really, really long time. I've seen a ton of YouTube vloggers try Pure. Everyone seems to like it for the most part. I've seen a couple of products that don't necessarily get the best reviews, but this one I got the Air Perfection CC Cushion Foundation. Oh, damn. All right, so I'm in the shade Light, but it includes a bonus refill, which I didn't know. And I literally got this on sale for $21. So I got 2 foundations for the price of 1. That's awesome. Well, 2 for the price of half of 1. So this is what the little compact looks like. And then they sent me this little bonus one right here. But I have been excited to try their foundations. I've heard that some of their foundations are out of this world and then others are kind of just average. But this is what the compact looks like right here. And then it has the little mirror. Sorry, didn't mean to blind y'all. But it has the little pad cushion, which I will never ever use. And then it has this little flap right here. This reminds me a lot of, I think it's the Maybelline cushion foundation, so it kind of opens up like that. And interesting. Okay, so I feel like you could use either a blush, or not a blush, a brush like a flat top kabuki, or you could use a beauty sponge and just kind of like dip into the product. So let's see, it comes out pretty well. I'm going to put it onto the back of my hand. So this is what the swatch of it looks like. Literally, I just dabbed in like that. So it seems to come off pretty well. And I like the consistency. It feels very hydrating. Doesn't feel drying at all. Has a little tiny bit of a scent to it, but it's not too bad. It's not bad at all. So this is what the color looks like. It seems to be a little bit lighter and more neutral than the concealer shade that I got from E.L.F., but that's okay because I can always bronze up a foundation. I always prefer to go lighter in my foundation than darker because you can't fix a darker foundation, but you can always bronze up your skin. But I'm really liking the consistency and the feel of that. It feels very, very moisturizing, and it seems to be drying okay. It's not too sticky. So yeah, I'm excited, and we shall see how this goes. It also has an SPF of 50+, which I think is super important, especially if you live in a high sunshine state like I do here in Florida. Especially if I'm like going to be outside for any sort of reason, I definitely want to have sunscreen on my face. So that is what I got from Ulta. And then from Sephora, oh my God, you guys, I'm so excited. So I just have to give so many thanks and so many props to my grandmother, Ninny. That's what I call her. And yes, I know it means fool, but I didn't know how to say Nana when I was a little girl, so I called her Ninny, and she is forever my Ninny. But she got me my first Marc Jacobs product. I'm so excited. So if you guys remember, I did a should I buy it video a couple of weeks back talking about the Marc Jacobs, I think it was like the Aqua foundation or hydrating, I don't know, something like that. I don't know. I don't think that this is the one that I was talking about. Actually, I know that it's not. This one is the Remarkable Full Cover Foundation Concentrate. So this one, I swatched it in the store and it is thick. And when I mean thick, I mean like it's gonna take a little bit of work to blend out, but I feel like it's not going to move once it is on your skin. But if you guys know, I recently, well not too recently, but I found out that Marc Jacobs went 100% cruelty free and pulled their products, I think pulled them from China. I know that they're not selling in China. So I'm so excited because I feel like a lot of people talk about Marc Jacobs. It's definitely one of those really, really cherished high-end brands. I'm so excited that he decided to go cruelty-free, and this is what the bottle looks like. And it's so luxurious. It's so heavy. It definitely feels like a high-end product whenever I look at this. The packaging, I really, really love the, I don't know what that's called, but kind of like how the glass is frosted over in a way. I love how sleek the top is. And then whenever you take the top off, you have this little guy here that screws open, and then it has the dropper. And literally, I'll show you guys, whenever I put one drop on the back of my hand, it like really, really spreads out. It is insane. So what shade did I get? I got the shade 27 Bisque Neutral. And I'm going to show you guys like how pigmented this guy is. So literally one little drop, just in case there's any haters out there and they don't believe me. And then look at this. Wait, I gotta, look at that. Literally one drop. It's even covering up that highlighter, and it just covers essentially like 2/3 of the back of my hand, completely blurs out the veins and the imperfections. And I think that's why they decided to call it a concentrate, because it is so thick, but it doesn't feel like I have anything on the back of my hand. So I don't know, I'm gonna film 2 makeup tutorials for y'all this weekend, one on Saturday and one on Sunday, maybe tomorrow night instead, I don't know, I haven't decided yet. But I'm going to be using the Pure foundation in one of the videos, and then the Marc Jacobs foundation in the other video, just so you guys can see what they look like. But I'm super excited about this one because I just feel like it is stuck on there. Like, that is not moving. It is really, really nice. It feels good. It doesn't feel tacky, and it doesn't feel too drying either. And it's not really settling into the fine lines that I have on the back of my hand. So we'll see. I'm excited, but I am feeling very, very thankful that I was able to make this haul. I feel like I haven't really done a decent sized haul in a long time. I've been picking up things here and there, especially when my mom or like my mother-in-law or someone will take me shopping. They'll get me like a little present, which I really, really appreciate all of their support. You know, being a graduate student, a lot of my money goes towards books and conferences and like all that kind of stuff. So yeah, but I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I'm super excited to try all of my new products, and I probably will be going on a no-buy soon because I think I have enough to kind of last me for quite a while, obviously. And yeah, so I'm excited. I hope y'all are excited too. Stay tuned to see those makeup tutorials, and I also am going to be doing my very first, what is it called? Makeup I will not buy, or anti-haul. You know, there's a whole bunch of different names for it. But I'm going to be doing my first anti-haul video this weekend. And stay tuned because there's some drama llama that is going to come up in that video. And it's going to be very interesting. I hope you guys will tune in and watch. But yeah, so that is it. I will see you guys soon, and don't forget to like this video if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel so you can stay updated on everything that I put up on my channel. I will see y'all soon. Bye.